Welcome to Hitman Boxing. Hit that like and subscribe button. So, I was going to do a separate video about this, but I'll combine it all. I really don't feel like making a video, but Deontay Wilder, Luis Ortiz did 1.2 million views on Showtime on Sunday. So not only was it a pretty good fight with a win from Deontay Wilder, it did well in terms of ratings. I promise you this the last week I'm going to be talking positive about Deontay Wilder. Next week I'm going to be back with my BS. I promise you that. But we got to talk about what I saw. It really happened right after the fight, and I didn't feel like making a video because I didn't really want to bring down, the mood. Deontay Wilder won, good win, career-defining moment. But there's a guy out there who doesn't have a career-defining moment, and there's a guy out there who has boogeymen in his division, and he doesn't fight them, but he figured he'd throw his 2 cents in about the fight, and his name is Gervonta Tank Davis, right? For some reason, it seems like he doesn't like Deontay Wilder. In fact, he was hating on Deontay Wilder harder than I've ever hated on Deontay Wilder. But let's get into what he said. The first thing he said, Wilder fight like a tom girl. Hey, this might be the only one that's right. Because Deontay Wilder does fight like a tom girl, honestly. But I'm just trying to figure out where this hate is coming from, I could have sworn I saw them side by side on the Showtime telecast. But we have to get deeper into this because he said several different things, and I really want to speak on it. But, Wilder fights like a tom girl. Cool. I think it's funny. A little truth to it. A lot of rabbit punches, though. We're not going to get into that, though. Like I said, we're not going to hate on Wilder too much this video. Oh, we might, It really depends, But, again, we give Wilder his credit for beating Luis Ortiz. Congratulations on the 1.2 million buys as well. Let's take a look at the next photo. Next, Gervonta Davis goes on to say, just because you have power doesn't mean you have skills. Now, Deontay Wilder is criticized for his boxing ability. However, we've seen him get outboxed on numerous occasions, most notably against Luis Ortiz for the first, 5 or 6 rounds? I think it was 6 rounds. He was getting outboxed. And truthfully, had Ortiz not gotten knocked out and this fight went 12 rounds, I would venture to say that Ortiz might have won that fight. But for whatever reason, the scorecards, and this was kind of bogus, the scorecards had Wilder up at the time of the stoppage. But get into what Gervonta Davis said. Just because you have power doesn't mean you have skills. I mean, isn't power a skill? I mean, not everyone has power, right? But even though Deontay Wilder at times gets outboxed, most of the time he gets outboxed, he has that one equalizer, and that's that right hand. He's got that iron fist, right? So that's what his opponents have to watch for. And if you can't neutralize that right hand, then honestly, it's like you're dead. You're dead in the water, man. You're not going to beat him if you can't stop from getting hit by that right hand, man, because we saw Luis Ortiz go down several times in that fight. The first shot to Ortiz's temple, man, that was a bad shot, man. He might have some concussion syndrome after that, bro. But let's get into Gervonta Davis's next comment. Next up, he says, and they cheating, they supposed to stop the fight. This must be in reference to round 7, right? Where Ortiz hit him with that. I could have sworn it was a check left hook. It could have been a check left hook. I have to go back and watch the fight. It was a good fight. At least the mid to late rounds were good boxing, right? But I think it was round 7. Correct me if I'm wrong, man. It's been a while. But Luis Ortiz was teeing off on Deontay Wilder, right? Deontay Wilder was holding, but he wasn't answering back. He wasn't throwing any punches. I guess that's what he's referencing. My thing is, I guess maybe they could have gave him a standing 8 count on the ropes, but stopping the fight, I don't think that would have been appropriate. He is the champion. He was a champion. You got to give the champion a little bit more respect, right? You can't just stop the fight. Plus, it's the heavyweight division. And the punches weren't that bad. They were smothering Wilder, but it's like, Come on, like, why are you going to stop the fight after that? But I'm trying to figure out what Gervonta Davis's angle is here. I'm not sure why he's coming at Wilder the way he is. I know Floyd, I don't know if Floyd has a problem with Wilder, but Tank just seems to, I mean, I don't know, these tweets came out of nowhere, and he was kind of talking reckless a lot about a lot of other fighters. Like, he's got some Twitter fingers, man. But again, Deontay Wilder had his defining moment on Saturday. When is Gervonta Davis going to have his defining moment? For example, when are you going to fight Lomachenko? I'm sure a lot of people come in here and be like, oh, well, he doesn't have to fight Lomachenko now. He's old, so he's got to pursue a fight with Tank, right? Nah. Don't work like that, right? We're not finna watch you fight bum after bum. You got a title shot coming up in April, right? For the WBA championship. You know, it's a good fight for you, right? But you know, that's not the fight we want. You know what fight we want? We want that fight with Lomachenko. But you guys don't want to take that fight. You're not going to take it anytime soon. Now, I'm pretty sure he had one more thing to say. I got to go back to my notes here. Scratch that, man. That was it. But again, I'm just trying to figure out where all the hate's coming from Tank, you know. I admit I've been going in on Deontay Wilder a lot, and I will continue to do so. But it's just funny to see it coming from Tank because, like, I'm just, you know, you fighting at 130, Wilder's at heavyweight. Unless you want to move up in weight. I mean, you do be looking a little chubby anyway, right? But they're talking about, well, Luis Ortiz, that is, he's asking for a rematch if Deontay Wilder doesn't get the fight with Anthony Joshua. But, you know, truth be told, Luis Ortiz is done, man. That's it for him. You're not winning in a rematch, dog. You gassed. You know, he gassed. Had he not gassed in the 7th round, he probably would have finished Wilder off. Let's be honest. And let's not act like Wilder fans weren't terrified, shaking in the 7th round when their guy was getting destroyed, right? A younger Ortiz, an Ortiz that was more in shape, probably would have been able to finish Wilder off, man. But again, it's the same thing that happened in the Klitschko-AJ fight. You know, if Klitschko were younger, he probably would have finished AJ off. Or you put another top-level heavyweight in that position and they're going to finish you off, right? But they're not discrediting the win. I'm just keeping it real, man. We give Wilder credit for the win, but it's just, you know, Ortiz, he didn't do what he was supposed to do. He was incapable of finishing him off. I mean, can we play the age? We're not going to do the age thing. Unless y'all want to talk crazy on the video. If you want to talk crazy on this video, then we can start picking the fight apart. That's fine. I have no problem doing that. But I'm giving your man's credit right now, okay? He beat Ortiz. He did some really big numbers. He's trending in the right direction. So, we want to see the AJ fight. That's the next fight we want to see. Wilder versus AJ. So we can get this out the way. Who do I think wins? Well, I think the better boxer wins that fight. You know who that is, right? Anyway, Gervonta Tank Davis hating on Deontay Wilder for seemingly no reason. You know, he talking crazy, but he doesn't have a career-defining moment. That's the whole angle of this video. Gervonta Davis is talking reckless, but what has he done in his career? Jose Pedraza is the best name he has on his record. You know, fight the boogeyman of your division. Like I said, Lomachenko. That's the fight people want to see. But you don't want that fight, do you? Because you know what will happen. He make you look stupid. Hitman Boxing, drop a comment, like the video. We are the A-Side boxing community. Shout out to the team. Make sure you like this video. Hashtag your videos. Asbc if you want to be heard. I'm out.